Boogie Fever Saturday night.
All right. He listens, man. That's way better. Way better.
That's better. Al gets
Air
all
in my car.
Oh. No, don't sing.
All right.
Okay.
Stick to talk show.
Yeah, stick to interviews. You're just don't do that.
All right.
Thank you for tuning in on Networking Squared. Our family is growing. We appreciate it so very much. Want to thank all of our sponsors that are getting involved, and we also want to thank all of the people that are bringing their companies to this show, so that we can establish them as an expert. And that's what you are, Tammy.
Thanks.
I have a lot of questions, Jerry, so let's get cranking on this thing.
Have at it, baby.
All right. My first question is going to be, in this segment, what is the areas that you service?
The Tri-County area. I mean, we can insure all of Michigan, but I usually stay close to my office, which is in Northville, and my house, I live in Canton, so we do the Tri-County area.
So Wayne, Oakland, Macomb, I think you said Washtenaw as well, correct?
Yes.
All right, very good. Also, something we were talking about in the pre-interview, you would talk something about new products that are coming up. Can you talk about that, please?
Yes, we actually have a new product coming out that no one else offers at the moment, and it's called a Lake Estates policy, and it's going to be insuring homeowners that are on a body of water, so it can take into special consideration their docks and their seawalls, and be more specific to their needs on the water.
And I think that's important, because I think we have, with all the home ownership switches, and there's a lot of people that are moving into lakefront property for the first time ever, and those are things they probably have no idea that there's differences in those policies.
Exactly.
When do you expect that to be available?
Later on this year. I think they were talking about a potential June timeframe when it would be coming available.
So could our listeners contact you and go on a waiting list or something, so that when it's rolled out, you could contact them and get the information?
Definitely. Yep.
Okay.
They can give us a call, and they can talk to my staff and leave that number for them.
Okay. And another thing that I wanted to talk about, we were talking about the different types of products that you offer, and I know that there's some things that you had mentioned about, like roadside assistance and some other things that you offer.
Yes, we have a membership side also to our company, and in order to have our auto insurance, you have to be a member of Farm Bureau, and we offer roadside assistance with that program, and we also offer other benefits like hotel discounts, car rental discounts, and we also have a $500 rebate for Ford products when you buy or lease a new Ford if you're a Farm Bureau member.
Wish I'd have known that.
I know.
Now I find out.
Yep.
Well, you can use it next time.
Oh, yeah. There's a salesperson there.
Well, Jerry, what you need to do is you need to get your declaration page and give that to her to look at for you.
I will do that. I am going to do that. I'm on the website here. I'm going to get my declaration page out and send it over to you so that you can tell me if it's right or if it's good, and you're going to tell me if it's okay. Stick with what you have, right?
Exactly.
Would you do that?
Oh, yes. If what you have is a good product and it's competitive, I will tell you that.
I like that part.
I will definitely tell you that.
Tell me a little bit about the monthly newsletters.
You can go on the website and click for a monthly newsletter, and that'll just give you some of the pertinent information for the time. Like for the winter time, you're going to be getting information on proper coverages for your auto, the emergency road service, different things like that. Tax information with that, starting to come into play. It'll help give you some information for that.
All right, Erica, I know you had a question too.
Yeah, Jerry mentioned earlier about how he hasn't had an insurance review in a while. Someone who hasn't had a review in a while, or maybe who has never had a review, what can they expect coming in to get one?
Well, it's very simple, it's not painful whatsoever. But if you bring your declarations pages into us, we'll sit down with you one-on-one, go over what the coverages are that you have. I'll take a look at it to make sure that you don't have any gaps or overlaps in what you have, make sure all your things are covered properly, ask you some questions to make sure that like your home is up to date, the amounts that you have on that, your liability limits are set correctly, because you don't want to end up getting into an accident or something and being sued and then find out that your policy is not going to cover you. So it's very easygoing, and we'll take that time to meet and go over those things. And like I was telling you earlier, Jerry, that if what we have to offer you have something that's a little bit better or, more competitive than what we have to offer, I will definitely tell you have a great product and maybe suggest some changes that you may want to make, but
in my existing
policy,
okay.
Right?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the dangers when we see these name your price. There's probably a lot of huge holes people are leaving in their coverages.
Oh yes, most definitely. Because if you go on to name your price, a lot of people are just looking at price and they're not looking at the coverages. And in the state of Michigan, for liability, let's say, the minimums that are required by the state are $20,000, $40,000, meaning $20,000 per person in an accident and $40,000 per accident. Well, if you,
it's not much.
If you own a home and your home is valued more than $20,000, guess what? Your policy is not covering you properly, and they can put a lien on your house that when you sell that house or,
So there you go. Name your own price. Name your own price, and you're exposing yourself.
Exactly, most definitely.
Not in that way, though.
No. Poor Al.
I know. It goes there quickly, pretty much for me. All right. Now, I'm going to digress on that. Another thing that we were talking about before is your philanthropic endeavors. You are involved in a lot of things outside of the insurance business. Can you elaborate on that a little bit, please?
Well, one of the things I'm involved with right now is I have a local chapter called Women's Life Society 827. We're chapter 827, Chicks for Charity. We're a group of about 35 women that get together on a monthly basis, and we do volunteer service projects or fundraisers for local charities that are in need. We do some projects for Starfish and First Stop. We've done some things for local food pantries, and we're offering a scholarship for women who are going back to school to try to further their educations and get a better job. And we're giving $500 to $1,000 scholarship to at least 2 women starting for next year's school.
Very classy. Now,
that's great.
Thank you.
Who the women that are involved in this? Who are they?
They're local business women and in the Canton, Plymouth area, and we got about 35 members.
How can you get involved in something like that? If someone was,
you just have to give me a call or send me an email. You can send me an email through my website if you want.
All right.
But all you have to do is contact us. We also have a website and things too for that. It's currently under construction, but it will be up here in the next month.
All right. So if you have interest on that, contact you on your website here, and we're going to get that out there.
Email me directly through there.
Okay?
Yes.
And as you were talking about that, Erica's eyes were lighting up. It's like, no, I want to be part of that. So a very good thing. Actually, Al's eyes were lighting up, and he wanted to be part of the women's group.
Yeah, I was going to ask. You got to be a woman to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Well, technically, no, you do not have to be a woman, but right now we are a bunch of women having fun and doing good things for people in the community.
It's good
we
that
can
you
give
do
them
that.
a wig.
Right.
Yeah.
Dress you up.
Your website, and give out your website again. I really want people to check this out. It's very interactive. So give out your website again.
It's www.tammybrownagency.com.
All right. And your phone number is?
248-344-9112.
All right. Tell me your location. If they're driving around out in Canton.
My office is in Northville.
Okay.
It's on Center Street. It's in the Katy Center building, right downtown Northville.
And what's the address?
137 Katy Center in Northville.
All right. Can you tell me a little bit about your staff? And
I have wonderful staff.
Tell me how important having staff is.
Oh, my staff is very important because, like we were talking about networking earlier, I'm out of the office quite often doing networking, meeting with clients, because I actually like going to my clients' houses. It's the best place. They're more comfortable. I get to see their environment, be able to offer, better advice to them for what their coverages need to be. But my staff is Carol Gomez,
Okay.
Ty Skank, and Kevin Robson, and you can call any one of us and talk to us about the different needs that you have. They'll be able to set up appointments for me, collect your declarations pages so that we can take a look at them.
Now I know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They talk with the clients. They help take payments, and they're the ones to call when you need to make a claim. Those type of things.
If somebody's got just an issue and they drive by and they stop at your office, there's always somebody there.
There's always somebody there. Yep, from 8:30 to 5 at Monday through Friday,
All right.
And then we do other appointments other meetings by appointment.
Okay.
Going back to the farm portion of this, if our listeners have friends, family who are doing that, Are there advantages to dealing with your company versus going with just another company? Are there things that you guys bring to the table that others can't?
Well, we specialize in farms. We have over 60% of the farms in Michigan insured.
Wow.
Nice.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
we understand their needs. That's our grassroots is farming. So, we have policies that encompass all their needs, and that's probably why we have quite a few of those insured.
And again, I've never been on a farm, so my question is going to be: is that when you have a policy like that, is this something that it's covering all the equipment as well? Is that part of the deal?
Yep. We have the policies will encompass their living, like their house, their barns, their machinery, their combines and things like that they need to use for their business. It covers their liability exposures. It can cover their livestock. So it's an all-encompassing policy that would help to take care of their needs. And there is things out there for crop insurance to insure their crops. So
one of the things that I'm looking
policy.
at, and we had talked about, and you're not just an insurance agent, and you really don't like that. You are actually a trusted advisor. And I'm assuming you really like that role. Yes,
I do. I try to pride myself with being a trusted advisor. I don't try to look at myself as a salesperson per se, because the thing I love to do the most is educate my clients and help them to understand why they have the policies they have and why they need the policies that, we sit down and go over and decide on based upon their specific needs.
Okay.
It would be. Can you imagine having going to one of these ones on TV and trying to get a quote on name your own price on a combine?
You don't want to go off the flow.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to happen. But I like the fact that you're involved with your people, and you do have. We talk about having passion about what we do, and Al and I certainly have passion about bringing people on and having them explain what they do, because we need to work together to create business and to create opportunity. For you, your heart is creating the protection and watching over the people that you're working with.
Exactly. I like to try to build a relationship with my clients. I want to learn a little bit more about them, because everybody's different. And so everybody needs, different coverages, and it's not just what I feel they need to have either. We need to come to an understanding. They need to understand why they need the coverages, and I need to understand what it is that they need to have covered.
All right, let's get your phone number out there one more time.
Okay, it's 248-344-9112.
And they'll be able to set up an appointment by calling there and talking to one of your very, very capable staff. And
that's right.
The Tammy Brown Agency. And that's pretty easy. You type that in. That's all I did. So I was able to get on. Check out the website. There's a lot of stuff on here, and she's a very intelligent girl.
Thank you.
And it makes it's important, isn't it, Al?
Well, I think you're looking at somebody. This isn't her job. This is her life. It's her name on the agency. So it's not like
that's a pretty important thing.
So you're dealing with the owner, you're dealing with an expert, you're dealing with somebody, and again, that's what we want on our show, is that she is an expert in what she does. And this is something that our listeners need to understand, that they need to work with experts. And I'm very happy to have you on the show today.
Thank you.
And you're going to be growing your agency. That's the goal, I'm assuming,
That
right?
is the goal, yes.
So how long do you plan on doing this?
For a very long time.
Do you? Okay. So for a very, very long time. Same for Al and I. They'll be dragging us out of the studio years and years from now, I hope.
Yeah, me too.
So we are Networking Squared, learning all about insurance. And Tammy Brown, you have Al Crawford and Erica and Jerry O. We will be right back.